this is the girl Xee and Cyn, and we're back with another reaction video for you today. And today we are reacting to When Britain Nuked America Twice, guys.
Not once, but twice.
Now, this is going to be an interesting video for her because I've seen it already, but she needs to see it. So come on in. We're getting this one from Mark Felton Production. The link will be in the description below. Go over and show him some love. Tell him that Xee and Cyn send you over there. All right? Don't forget to give us a big thumbs up. So that's how you help our channel and push it in the algorithm. All right? Listen to us. Let's get into this video because Cyn need to see how Britain beat up America, guys.
To the mouth.
Here we go, right about
Remember enough of me, the patois.
right about now. you are don't talk patois. Don't do it.
See, when I can hear your voice and I'm like, oh, I want to talk like that too. Me not come up in the color. Me no understand. Me no feel it.
That's how I sound. Cyn, seriously, that's how I sound?
Sometimes me no feel
That's
it.
high pitch. No. That's what my husband did last night. I said something to Sean.
Oh,
he said, don't talk to your man. I said, shut up. He said, what are you talking to you? I said, I don't sound that high pitch. He's like, that's how you sounded.
Sometimes.
He's like, that's how you sounded, explaining to him to get his backpack, put his backpack down and get off the computer. And I'm like, no.
In the 1960s, Great Britain nuked the United States not once, but twice. Fortunately for all concerned, the attacks were only training exercises. But so embarrassing were these attacks that they were hidden from the American public for about 50 years, as well as...
How was I hated? No, once but twice.
And I know we just started, but that sounds shocking.
Yeah.
They hid it from the
for
public 50 years. Embarrassed.
How could they not know that they got, like, citizens not know they got nuked?
That was my question at first too.
Yeah.
How could the American public don't know that their allies nuked them? Well,
Yeah.
it's a training exercise, but I'm like, it still don't make no sense.
I guess if they're like in farms or somewhere far
We're going
away,
to find
like,
out.
we're not there, because then that makes no sense to me. How could they not feel it? Or like you know, like the effects of like them getting nuked, like for not once but twice.
You're going to find
Okay.
out. Here we go.
as being strenuously denied to the American press for decades.
Oh.
As far as America was concerned, its defenses were 99% effective. But in simulated attacks, Royal Air Force bombers managed to penetrate US airspace to launch nuclear attacks on New York City and several other important urban centers. Before I tell you how, a word: how did the British manage to penetrate the world's most heavily defended airspace?
How?
The answer is surprisingly simple and consists of two words: Avro-Vulcan.
Huh?
The Vulcan first flew in 1952. The team that created it, led by Roy Chadwick, who had designed the famous Lancaster heavy bomber of World War II. A jet-powered, tailless, delta-wing, high-altitude strategic bomber, the Vulcan was the backbone of Britain's nuclear airborne deterrent during most of the Cold War, serving from 1956 until retirement in 1984. This is the story of Exercise Sky Shield, when Britain nuked its closest ally, exposing how the Soviet Union could have done the same for real.
And God,
In 1960, the United States decided to run the largest test of its air defenses in history. Exercise Sky Shield 1 occurred on the 10th of September 1960, and all commercial air traffic over the US and Canada was grounded. amount.
So that's to me.
major.
Okay. So if something like that is going on, you think that the public, remember, everything grounded,
down.
shut down. Something is going on. don't you?
Yeah, that's major.
And they hit this 50 years from the. That's what I couldn't get my mind around. You shut down all major airports. I know there has to be people already at the airport. Airport shut down. They're not giving no valid reason as to what's going on. And you hide this from the public for 50 years.
And that's why sometimes you cannot trust the media.
Not sometimes.
Oh.
I'm
That was very
sorry.
personal. Not sometimes.
No, seriously.
Yeah, that's true though. You cannot trust the media. That's why people cannot trust the media. For 50 years, playing in your face like, nah, that ain't happened. You're just making it up. Gaslighting us.
The greatest place
Yes.
on earth. No.
Amounting to 1,000 US commercial flights and 700 general aviation aircraft, plus a further 31 foreign flights due to land in North America.
Wow.
The US Strategic Air Command would launch B-52 Stratofortresses and B-47 Stratojets to simulate a massive Soviet nuclear bomber force approaching North America from north and south. 360 US interceptor aircraft stood ready to defeat these enemy aircraft, which numbered 310. Among those 310 aircraft were 8 Royal Air Force Vulcan B-2 nuclear bombers. A flight of 4 flew from Scotland, while the other 4 launched from the British territory of Bermuda in the Atlantic Ocean. The American plan was to detect these enemy bombers by radar and other early warning systems. Then they would be intercepted and destroyed in simulated attacks by US jet fighters and missile batteries. The attacking bombers split their attacks between high and low altitude. The defending fighters did very well against the Stratojets and Stratofortresses, intercepting many of them, but the Vulcans proved more elusive opponents. The Vulcan flew at the highest altitude of the simulated Soviet bombers, cruising at 56,000 feet. One was successfully intercepted at this altitude over Goose Bay, Labrador, by a United States Air Force F-101 Voodoo, but the other 7 Vulcans all managed to penetrate American airspace to launch simulated bombing attacks on US cities.
7. You heard that figure?
Yep. That's a lot.
Imagine that. What if we were allies?
Girl.
That's why they had to keep it a secret when you think about it. Because you realize when they retired this?
Yeah.
1984.
Yep.
So it was back then when all this World War stuff
Yeah.
So you can understand why it was hidden. Because you can't make the enemy aware of stuff like that.
Yeah, no, you don't. Because they'll definitely use that to their advantage.
But you realize how they went in? Some flew at lower altitude, some flew at high.
Very strategic.
Yeah, but then this type, I don't remember the RA something enough. They went 50 feet. They went higher than the others. Oh, the 300 or something.
Yeah, 300. It was like
365.
Yeah.
That's a lot, you
That's
know.
a lot.
Dang it. Listen to my hand up there like it's got. Wow.
They then turned around and landed at Stephenville, Newfoundland.
Oh, what? Come on, up here.
The question was, how had the Vulcan managed it?
Vulcan.
The answer was their highly advanced electronic countermeasures systems and the Vulcan's amazing maneuverability. For example, the flight of 4 aircraft that approached from Bermuda were successful because 3 of them put up a wall of electronic interference that prevented interception, while the 4th Vulcan carried out a simulated nuclear strike. This was all rather embarrassing for Strategic Air Command, which quickly buried all stories about British bombers having nuked US targets and confidently assured the American public that US air defenses were, as I said, 99% effective.
Why are you laughing?
100%. Tell the public. Confidence, you know. We're protected. 100%.
Not to lie.
But can you imagine? It said 3 of them black, so they encrypted their detection device.
Yeah, which is really cool. They can't be detected.
And the 4th one went through.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, Cynthia, when you sit down and think. Can you imagine how smart these Brits are?
They were
Think
smart.
about it. Britain,
especially for back then.
That's what I'm saying.
Back then, that's very advanced in technology. Very advanced.
This is one thing I always give Britain credit for.
Their brains are just clicks.
Yes. They don't just produce to produce something.
Mm-mm.
It has to be fine-tuned to perfection. That's
Quality.
something I noticed with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to give them respect. They're due. Give
That
unto
is
Caesar
true.
what is due unto Caesar. Anything they touch, it has to be perfected
That
before
is
they push it
true.
out there.
That is true. That is so correct, because we did a video not too long ago how there were other inventions created by other people. When Britain took it, they perfected it.
Exactly.
They wanted to be the stuff when it comes out. They perfected.
It's not
about
to,
perfection.
yeah, it's not to just put out for them.
No.
Anything their name is on,
It's good.
I love that though.
Mm-hmm. They're about quality over quantity.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they mean business.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
However, the following year, the Americans invited the RAF
Yeah.
to take part in exercise Sky Shield 2. Perhaps the US AF was determined to show that the Vulcan's previous success was only a fluke, a one-time only event. Sky Shield 2, which occurred on the 14th of August 1961, was an even bigger event than the first one. It caused 2,900 US and Canadian flights to be grounded, affecting 125,000 commercial passengers. During the exercise, 125 US and British bombers would be pitted against 1,800 fighters and 250 missile sites, and over 200,000 Air Force personnel from the US and Canada.
Coming up on 16 and a half seconds. Now, continuing. Weapon unstick, ready, now. Brace apart, gear pull. Come up. 6 up, standing by flat.
Again, 8 Vulcan B-2s participated, split again into 2 flights. One attacking on the northern route from RAF Lossiemouth in Scotland via Canada, and the other 4 aircraft on the southerly route from Kindley Air Force Base, Bermuda. The B-47 Stratojets simulated low-level Soviet bombers. The B-52s would attack between 35,000 and 42,000 feet, while the Vulcans again operated the highest altitude, 56,000 feet. At the massive NORAD, or North American Air Defense Bunker at Colorado Springs, the US top brass was joined by the RAF's Air Marshal Sir Kenneth Cross.
These are very high populated places that they're hitting, New York and Colorado Springs. And people did not know that? Like, that's crazy, especially the second time. The first one was small. The second time they said it was bigger.
Yeah, because remember, they
More
shut down
effective.
so much commercial air coming in from all.
Yes.
And people don't notice. I tell you, the American public yam anything you get. I'm sorry, Cynthia. They just gobble it down.
Yum everything.
You're just listening to my accent. That's
I
it.
like it. Sorry.
Let's continue. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not.
Of Bomber Command, and Sir Wallace Kyle, Chief of the RAF Technical Training Command, to monitor the exercise.
Here we go.
Just before 2 p.m., US interceptors pounced on the B-52s, approaching at the mid to high altitude level. The Vulcans also came in from the north, and again, due to the Vulcans' high-tech jamming equipment, only one was shot down by an F-101 Voodoo fighter. In fact, large numbers of US fighters were scrambled, but they concentrated almost exclusively on the B-52s. When the Vulcans came over, the interceptors did not have sufficient fuel remaining to climb to 56,000 feet plus and engage them. The surviving 3 Vulcans conducted their attacks successfully, turned around, and landed at Stephenville, Newfoundland. The southern attack force of 4 Vulcans from Bermuda reached a position 50 miles off the US coast before fighters were scrambled to intercept. Again, 3 of the Vulcans unleashed an electronic jamming screen that kept the attacking F-102 Delta daggers busy, while the 4th aircraft crept round to the north and sneaked through.
That's embarrassing.
This Vulcan proceeded to land at Plattsburgh Air Force Base in New York. If this had been a real
This one landed in New York, you know. Before. These Vulcans look sweet, baby. I'm not gonna lie. But their jamming system, can you imagine the technology?
Yes.
Going up against American.
This is advanced technology, especially for back then.
But Cynthia, they're focusing. Remember, theirs can even climb to the
They
altitude
can.
that the Vulcan is at.
Can
you imagine that?
Didn't have the fuel.
And then the second batch don't have, after they get scrambled up, they, like an egg scrambled up. They don't have enough fuel to keep up, so another batch get to come in. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And you consider yourself the best of the best.
Not once, but twice. This has happened.
Now the first one, so you say you had to prove a point on your second time. What do you have to say to for yourself now?
We need to get back on the drawing board and don't do this again. We just need to
attack. New York City could have been reduced to a smoking, irradiated hole in the ground.
New York.
It was dangerous.
Many of the stratojets and stratofortresses had also managed to evade interception and launched simulated nuclear attacks, but not at the kind of success rate that the Vulcans enjoyed. In 2 massive exercises of 8 Vulcans that attacked on each occasion, 7 had got through to their targets, an astounding survival rate against the huge might of the US air defenses. The Vulcans showed that with the right aircraft, America could be laid wide open to a nation-ending assault, something which the Soviet Union would have been very interested in. Fortunately for all concerned, the relationship between Britain and the United States never changed from special to decidedly antagonistic, and the Vulcans never came in anger. The American government also tried to make damn sure that nobody ever found out about the Vulcans' nuclear American cities. The US Air Force was very quick to deny rumors that RAF planes had once again successfully penetrated US airspace. In fact, the US government went so far as to classify all references to Vulcans included in the Sky Shield exercises. After all, if the RAF could practice nuke New York City, Washington, D.C., and even Chicago, the Soviets could do the same, if they could develop an aircraft as good as the Vulcan.
And those are major cities.
Exactly.
Major cities.
But look, the Soviet, they couldn't even make an aircraft. Like, you hear me say, if they could even.
That's dangerous if they could.
That shows you the caliber of brain of these persons who work on these aircraft in Britain, man. That's what fascinates me, you know. Which mind come up with this? I know it's a collective of people, but I'm like, damn, they're smart.
It's sexy.
It's sexy.
Something about someone doesn't. Just tickles my fancy.
As far as Strategic Air Command was concerned, the Vulcan episodes had never happened, and the US was well protected, and that protection, as I said, 99% effective. The Vulcans' successful attacks on America were only fully declassified in 1997, long after the Vulcan had left British service. Many thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share, and also visit my audiobook channel, War Stories with Mark Felton.
I wonder why they brought out. Might as well put them in the vault. That's crazy. They lied to us for years.
That's recent. 1990.
Yeah, that's
recent.
recent. Not too long ago.
That's messed up.
It is.
I wasn't living here then, so that don't count.
I wasn't even born.
You wasn't born yet?
No.
You're a baby.
A baby. Yeah, I'm a baby.
You're like you could be my daughter.
Yes.
Dang it, Sid.
Yeah, I wasn't even born yet.
And yet still I love you, huh?
Yeah.
What? No, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So they hit it, then they tell you nothing like that.
Fake news, all lies.
Fake news. They covered it well though for 50
years.
years.
Yeah,
That's a long
give them
time.
that. Yeah.
So they had to get the Secret Service, they had to get the
Oh,
military.
yes.
They have people lying from left to right.
I
Sid.
can't. I wonder if they told the airlines the truth or not, or probably told them a lie or do this.
No, they couldn't have told the airline
No.
because they don't necessarily know who to trust. Because they don't know who's gonna blab.
Yeah.
So they have to keep it under wraps.
I wonder what they said.
That I'd like to hear. What story they were given?
Yeah, or they're like no airlines. Period. Just
Or
one
maybe
more
they're
person.
still saying,
I don't
listen,
know.
we think we're getting a threat from somewhere, so we want to keep the airspace clean so we can
Maybe.
protect the nation.
Maybe. I think they did that.
I'm
But
smart.
twice?
I'm smart.
Yeah, you are. You are. Because he is smart.
No, but don't pay me. Don't fluff me up. Jude would say, and you didn't go to college. I said, who tell you that, boy?
Zeke is educated, y'all.
I didn't finish, but I started.
Same here.
But
You
we
just got in.
guys, we're getting off
Yeah,
topic. But no, that's Jude saying. But anyway, when you stop to think about it, though, they really, after I sit down and listen, just like I'm sitting here with you, I'm like, they couldn't really have told the public back
No,
then.
they
Because remember, with
couldn't.
all these world war, with all these
Yeah.
different enemies that you have all
Yeah.
over the place, then you had to protect. I guess they were thinking about the nation. About
Yeah,
the
'cause
people,
we
when you
would've,
think
like,
about it.
Giving us made us up a target if we did tell them our weak spots.
But something just came across my mind.
What?
Britain had to have us to not tell either, because they kept it under wraps for 50 years.
You're right.
Don't it?
Yeah, not only America but Britain too.
So we're friends, we're allies. They,
Yeah.
they really like us
They
to keep
do.
that under wraps.
They
Think
do.
about it.
They do.
Yeah.
Only America had to say what happened. I don't know why.
Yeah.
America, why? You should. That's embarrassing. You
It's
should have that
embarrassing.
under wraps.
It's really embarrassing,
It
though.
is. It is.
I wouldn't have let that out at all.
No, I would have.
That's it.
my
That,
brain.
the history book that they hidden.
Yeah.
They hidden in some dark space.
Mm-hmm.
And who knew, and that's it.
Yeah.
But that's embarrassing.
It
Twice.
is. Twice.
And not one this time, but 3. Them Falcons look pretty though.
Oh, beautiful.
I can't believe they retired them though.
Beautiful. Why? I wonder why.
I don't know. Let us know in the comment section why you think they retired them.
Yeah.
Or they don't just need such a powerful aircraft. Out
Or
there.
maybe they came something even more powerful. I don't know. Because now we're
There's
just
a
rid of
lot
a lot of
going-
stuff. Just like nuclear weapons. Pew within the butt. It's dangerous now. And yeah.
Yeah. It's Xee.
Insane.
And we're going out of here. Oh, we're pretty on the screen. Lord.
Yeah.
We're feeling myself, guys. Love you guys. Hope you enjoy this one. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Should America be embarrassed or not, guys? Let us know what you
She did not.
Let us know if you think that.
Girl, don't take your citizenship away. Are you They don't take our U.S. citizenship away.
They put it out there, not me. I'm just asking a question.
So you're embarrassing America right now, see if you don't embarrass.